All right. Well, hello, this is Miss Automatic Charismatic. Um, hello, it's Miss Automatic Charismatic. Waiting for the Damon, CEO of Damon, the Family Dynasty. So we could go ahead and talk about the hot shows. All right. So yeah, we got some hot shows. Then we got hot shows, and I know that the CEO, Damon, will be able to tell you. All right.
This is Oladele Ngozi. What's up, brother?
Hey, how's it going?
All right. Whenever you're ready, man, let's get it in.
Well, let's go ahead and get right down to the topic. And this is Miss Automatic Charismatic inside the spotlight with my special guest, the CEO of Damon Network.
What's going on, man? Everybody to the world. This is Oladele Ngozi. The Battle Cat of All Radio. Just trying to, just getting off one show and coming on another. And I want to send a shout out to the wonderful DJ Chill and what he's doing over there at Sound City Radio. It was an outstanding show over there and pretty comical to say the least.
Yes. You got some background.
Yeah, I don't know why, but you hear me now, loud and clear now, right?
Yeah, better.
Okay, no problem.
All right. Okay. So tell us. I'm
out and about. I'm so sorry, brother AC. I'm out and about for this interview, and I respect you so much and what you do at Viper to be able to give this interview this evening.
Okay, we'll work through it. You know, we'll work through it. Okay.
I think I'm gonna start moving out right now, so that way you can get a better sound. Just go ahead and ask your questions. I'm right here with you.
Okay. All right. Now I want to ask you about some of these shows that you have going on. And the first show I want to ask you is Brook City. This is actually the interview that you were supposed to have, but no.
That's all right. It's all good, brother AC. Go ahead.
All right. I want to. Can you tell everybody? And let me say this: y'all go ahead and subscribe. This is a weekly YouTube show. It's going to be on YouTube, and y'all subscribe and check out the Damon Network, the Family Dynasty. This will be on the Family Dynasty website. That's at www.familydynasty.wordpress.com and on YouTube. And when y'all go on the website, send a reply. Let us know how we can improve. So let me get back to you. Merck City. How did Merck City, how did that come about?
Well, first of all, I want to say this, too. My brother AC is a wonderful person. He's so excited. It's the Dynasty family. But, yeah, we want to make sure to get the right thing, the Dynasty family. But Merck City came about when I was on the House and Days Productions with Ricky Jones. Long time ago. We talk about November 30th, 2012, brother AC, when I first started this wonderful franchise. And me and Ricky and I always love hip hop and unbeknownst to a lot of people, the great Ricky Jones is an outstanding hip hop head. I mean, one of the few women that can ever come close to, my prowess mentally. And the greatest thing said, you know what, though? I would like to hear a show on Thursday night. We never can hear a Thursday night hip-hop show. I said, what? She said, yeah. Why don't we just do something? Why don't you come up with a concept? And I said, you know what? It's funny you said that because I was thinking about this for the last 2 days. And so it was like witnessing all over again. And so all of a sudden, man, I just came up with this concept, man, and then the word murk, which means, you know, murder in the society. To murk somebody. Murk.
Yeah,
that's what I kept hearing. I kept hearing that name, murk. And usually you spell that M-E-R-K, you know, when you murk somebody. Well, I said, you know what, though? It's so much killing going on in the country that every city is a murk city. Every city is a murk city, no matter if you're in D.C., Detroit, where I'm from in L.A., Houston, you know, New Orleans, and whatever, et cetera, et cetera. Every city is a murk city. So to make it, plausible and also to advertise well, I changed the K to a C and then made the C connect with the other C. So the word murk ended up being more like, is that what he's talking about? It became more of a brand, even though it did started with the original murk, definition. But of course now, if you look at people in legendary Murk City, they think of, when they say Murk City, all they do is think about rap. They don't think about the prefix that really is about what's going on out there. And when I first started the show, man, I played nothing but really up-to-date trap music. Because I was doing that and then trying to set a message saying, hey, this is what I want you guys to stay away from. You know what I mean? We're not glamorizing this music. You know, I'm just letting you know what's going on out there, and you need to be aware. Got me? And then one night in December, I started something called the Hip Hop Chronicles. And I just got tired of hearing the trap music for the last 5 weeks at that time. And so I started something, called the Hip Hop Chronicles, which I started playing old school music. And, man, I was in my bag right there, brother. I was in my bag. Then I got a chance to, now I can really educate at Murk City, being not only I'm the mayor, governor, president, and dictator of Murk City, and doing my thing on the ones and twos.
Now, do you have anybody that's going to call in, like Shakira Rice, if you want to have anybody call in? I'm talking about, like, people that are part of the network. We're not really,
What do you mean? Are you talking about right now in this interview, brother AC?
Now, last time you had Shakira on there.
Right, but we didn't. This right now, brother. I mean, we're just having our interview right now. If they call in, man. Keep asking me these questions. I'm really interested in this interview. Please, thanks.
All right. Now, I want to bring something to your attention about, about in this broadcasting. I want to tell me the good and tell me the bad from Olasky. I want to hear the negative and the positive.
Well, sorry to be chewing ice, caught me off guard. The positive is the people that I've touched. Like I said today, seeing Will of God, a.k.a. DJ Chill, finally have his own network that he can call his very own. And the conversations, man, mentorship. That means a lot to me, the mentorship of it. Seeing people like Tori Daly go and do her thing at Purpose Kingdom Network. See people who are still doing shows that are not even with me anymore, and they still have the fire, like Adrian Allen, who's over there at Purpose Kingdom Network with CEO Tori Daly. Just to see that growth. I always tell people, man, that the negative side is that we're not all together. Okay? We're not supporting each other. That's the negative side to, I think, a lot of things. Because of certain stands or because you might not like me or whatever, people are not supporting each other. And that's the sad thing about when you do radio. You hope there's a utopian feeling or, people need to get over themselves a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? And radio is always going to be the greatest gift that God ever gave me. And God gave me a voice. And to be a good broadcaster, you have to be respectful of other people. You got to tell the truth, whether it hurts or not. But, the key is mentoring and always having the right face always having the right look, because they're kids that are listening. Also sometimes, you know, or people that are looking up to you. And so I always try to make sure that I maintain that status quo of people, you know, making sure they look up to me and make sure that things are on the up and up.
Okay. I just want to say, if you hear any children, I apologize for that.
That's fine, brother. That's fine. You're good.
Now, let's get back to another show. And I'm going to bring out a name. The NSR Nationals. It's a sophisticated radio.
Yeah, syndicated radio. Yeah, it's National Syndicated Radio is very important to me. You know, because of who hosts. Back in the day on Blog Talk Radio, the one and only Beverly Nation that I was wonderful to be part of as CEO, I hired a young lady by the name of Andrea Presley. She came on a couple times, you know, as a special guest. We interviewed her, and she was just such a wonderful, bubbly person. And I noticed that she had a lot of fire and concern about different issues. And instantly, man, you know, I create champions, man. I create winners. And I asked her, I said, hey, you ever really thought about doing radio? Now, of course, I've known this woman at that time for over 33 years, now 35. And I said, you know, listen, you know, I said, I think you could do this. She said, what? I said, yes, you could do radio. And she started a show called, for me, Beverly Nation Soulful NSR, which I played similar to how the Dynamic Soul Review is. I played, you know, that wonderful R&B music. And I mixed it up with her in her interviews. And so I was always waiting to give her the opportunity and the chance. And she was on another network at that time, and I did not want to use her until she was free from that other network. So when she got free from the other network, I was able to, you know, use her. And I've been blessed ever since with of course, you know, Andrea Presley. I mean, I try to do an autonomous name to make sure people know who she is instead of putting the title. No, let's name it. You know, with her name in the marquee, because she's so good at what she does as a newscaster, an entertainment guru, gossiper, gossip columnist, and as well as you know, her traits as an interviewer. So it became Andrea Presley NSR, and I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of what she's doing for us and the people she's bringing on, man. She even interviewed a very, very important person in my life. His name is Mr. Automatic Charismatic. That was last week.
All right. You know, so let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have to get deep in the questions because it wouldn't be
ahead.
right. Now, tell me one thing that will cause you to work with somebody, and tell me one thing that will cause you to back away.
I love openness, man. Openness to ideas or your talent. It thrives, man. A lot of people can't, and they run the race with me, man, but they don't cross the finish line with me. You know, I like people who are loyal. I mean, look at it. Now we're going to go there. Antonia Bax and, you know, the Miss Tia's Queens. As far as I've been with Damon Network, she's been with me. Andrea Presley, who's been on shows before she became a host. Okay, you talking about loyalty. You know, the man who's interviewing me, Mr. Automatic Charismatic, loyal. Even though we don't always get along and we don't always share ideas, but guess what? We're brothers and we come together. Look at us now. The diamond key, okay? The dynasty family. And like I said, with Antonia, man, me and Antonia go back almost 5 years. Okay, bro? Okay, I mean, there ain't no relationship in broadcasting like me and Antonia Bax. You understand what I'm saying to you? So that's let you know, man, when you can stand the test of time and do the right things, then that's a blessing. What makes me back away are people who are underlying jealous, and I don't understand sometimes. I don't. And also, people who can't really carry the whole weight. Like, oh, I can't do a show tonight, or something came up. Okay, I understand, you know, something shouldn't come up 17 times. That means you really don't want to do the show. And I admire people, like I had a conversation with a former host today. He told me from the gate, hey, you know, right now I want to be fair to you and I want to be professional. You know what I'm saying? And right now I want to do this, but I want to do it when I'm able to do it, and I don't want to disrespect you, brother. Oh, and that made me feel good. that someone, respects you that much. You know what I'm saying, AC? To say, hey, I love you, and I want to make sure I'm there for you. I'd rather take that. I can respect a man or a woman to tell me that than the bull that really did it bull crap me and speed me along.
Right,
those
right.
those things I consider undercover jealousy because it's unbelievable. Just be truthful to me, and those things I think really help me to back away from people who don't support you. Okay, and then they expect you to support them. I don't get caught up in that foolishness. I support who I want to support.
Exactly. I feel you on that. Now let's get back to the show. I had to mute because I don't want to take anything from the interview.
Yeah.
So on my side.
Right.
Now let's go ahead and talk about another show. That would be. We talked about Merc City. We talked about NSR, and I want you to talk about Shakia Rice, Abstract. Tell me Tell me. I know you got Shakia, and how do you go about? Let me just ask you this. How do you go about getting a host? Because I know you had to run through some hosts to get the perfect vibe. Tell the viewers how you decided to get Shakia Rice for Abstract.
Well, it's easy. The conversation that me and Shakia have always had as friends. And the way she used to make me crack up and be dead serious. I mean, she don't know how, her levity is outstanding, even though she's not trying to make you laugh. The way she talks about issues, she's awesome, and she's a battle cat, and she'll battle anybody. Anybody. She got my back just like anybody else, but she's worse. See, I really don't have reins on Shakia. If someone disrespected me, on the air or outside the street, she going to disrespect them right there and there, me telling her stop. It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of loyalty that she has toward me. And all the shells coming together for her being part of that main shell, which is Abstract. The title speaks for itself. Something different, always coming at you. It's always going to be in your face, and it's a blessing, man. I'm real proud of what she's doing on a constant basis for us. And now, also too, it shows you what type of loyalty she has too. So listen, her show was on Tuesday night, but she knew what I was trying to do with Merc City and the new host. That she moved. She said, no problem, I'll move to Wednesday night. I mean, that's amazing. That's selfless. That is actually selflessness, man. That's beautiful. That's the type of people you want on your network, man. Somebody say, it ain't about me. You know what I mean? It's not about me. It's about all of us. And I need to watch my step. You know what I'm saying? It's not about me. It's about the team. And that's Shakia Rice in a nutshell.
All right, now I have to ask a question. Now, before I get to the last host,
yes,
I want to know how did you feel that you were going to be able to do radio? What was the clicking part of you say, hey, I want to do radio?
No, that comes from my mother and father, man. I was a little boy, man, talking into the mirror. It really was television at first, but as I gotten older, a lot of people said, man, you really recognize your voice. Your voice is, I know you. I know that's Brother O when I hear you talking. Like people say, I know you here because I hear that voice. And when I was 13, I wanted to become a radio broadcaster. Never shy. I love, you know me. You see my videos. I have no problem showing you who I am and talking to you and looking at you, while I'm doing it. But I think God has given me the gift of voice. My voice resounds, and I know it. My mother and father always told me to live your dream. Don't matter when it happens, it's going to happen. God rest my mother and father, rest their souls. And now I'm living the dream that my mother and father talked about, man. I'm on the air it seems like every night. And I love what I do, man. Like I said, radio is what I'm about. And like I said, man, I love being in people's heads. I love being in people's ears. I love being in people's hearts. Simple. All right.
All right, now I wanna ask you about Miss Tia Screen. I want to know. Well, I wanna. Let me ask you this. I know you're not a poet,
No, yes, I am.
but what? Well, okay, you're a poet.
No,
You're a
yes,
poet.
yes,
What's the
I am. What you
poetry?
talking about?
Well, you know what? Okay, hey, all right. That's the thing that we don't know hardly know about.
I've done it on the radio. I did it on the show.
Oh, yeah.
All the folks out there listening to this interview, I'm gonna get Mr. AC after the program. But anyway, go ahead, AC.
My bad. You know what? I'm so sorry, viewers. He is a poet. You know how when you know people for more than another thing, and you really don't ever like pay attention to
That's
the
all right.
other
That's
thing.
all right. I'm gonna get you. Trust me. I'm gonna get you.
Now,
on this program.
I'm gonna ask you this: what does poetry mean to you?
It means expression. It's the same thing as broadcasting. And with poetry, man, you see the art. And I've always believed in poetry. I mean, Miss T is not my first rodeo. South Louisville is not my first rodeo. I had a young lady, and you got a chance to hear her as well. Her name is Precious Patterson, and she had a show for me on the old Beverly Nation called A Dash of Poetry, and she was outstanding. You know what I mean? She was outstanding. And so going right into, really going into the next question, because I believe in Miss T. I heard her show on another network, and she was outstanding. And one thing about Miss T, she came over to Damon in his infancy and really supported me and Twin, on what I was doing at Merck City and the Dynamics Overview. I only had one show one time a week, and that's all I was happy with that. I was happy living in my little cottage instead of living in the penthouse. I was happy with my little cottage with the flowers around it and a satellite in the back, and I was chilling, right? My little I was all the way out in the woods, you know what I mean, with a one dirt road leading up to my house, and I was chilling. What I mean by that is I had one show one time a week, bro, and we had so much fun on Merck and Dynamic that T was like, man, I love this network. I love the support, and I would go over to support her. Now she had a little run-in with the other network, and and I had no desire. This is the crazy thing about this, dude. I had no desire to do any other radio. No desire to do any other show on Damon. This T came to me, and she said, listen, I need you. I would love to do a show on your network. I really, I had a situation, and I know you're not looking for somebody right now, but I need you. And it come to find the realization was I needed her just as much as she needed me. And that's why our broadcasting marriage has been stellar for the South Louisville Poetry Hour. I mean, with her outstanding spirit and her artistry, and then her outstanding catalog of clientele that come onto the network, as well as me on the Wheels of Steel, man. Ain't nobody better to do it than me. So, I mean, it's a wonderful. I mean, I'm giving you neo soul that y'all haven't even heard yet, or never heard of. Got me? So it's an outstanding show, man. Miss T's Queen is awesome, and what more can I say about that? And what else?
All right. Tell me, what you think about. Now I'm gonna bring the name up. I'm gonna bring me up last. Now that you are working on other projects that we talked about, explain to the viewers the type of project that you'd be working with, as far as somebody who has actually graduated from you. And if you don't know who I'm talking about Carmen Malone.
Well, Carmen Malone is awesome. I mean, what more can you say that haven't already been said about somebody who's been doing radio for over 8 years? She's doing it longer than I have. Okay. 2, to see someone go into a new level and bring you on with them. That just shows you the respect that Carmen has for me. And being her resident DJ on her project, which I really can't go into details about because it's early, but to be able to work with her and be able to travel the country, it's a wonderful thing, man. And I'm very, very, I'm actually very humbled by that, because that's what I'm talking about. Same thing will happen with Will of God, aka DJ Chill today, and his new network. Do you understand what I'm saying? You with Viper. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's beautiful when you can see what God does when you have your own network and you have everything going for you, man, that's all I want to see, man, is me being a mentor, man. I'm not a Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., but I am a Benjamin Mays, the man who taught Dr. King. You understand what I'm saying? I'm resigned to be Benjamin Mays, not Dr. King.
Yeah.
Guess what? When Dr. King had to come back down the South, who did he go talk to at Morehouse? He went to talk to his mentor, didn't he?
All right, that's what I'm about to ask you. Now we about to get deep into it. I want to know what radio network has been the most influential to you.
I think the radio network. You talking about something I've heard already, or you talking about something that I've produced?
So before you had your network, was there any network that influenced you?
No doubt, and that would probably be Radio One Network, Dewey Hughes in D.C. Because of what he did for P.D. Green at WOL. So, yeah, that was influential to me. That's the first. Also, one of the most influential people that I've ever seen, and that would be Doug Henderson. Doug Henderson in Philadelphia at WDAS-FM. What you talking about, man? Probably he's probably the most influential person in my life because of his voice. You know, you already know. Hey, Doug Henderson right here, DAS-FM. How you doing? Like he, you know, in my tenor baritone voice, man, probably the greatest influence for one host in my life, and the greatest network that influenced me was Radio One Network, that ended up becoming still Radio One Network, and then it's TV One by Kathy Hughes. So, I mean, there you go. Excellent.
Okay, I want you to describe, when you hear Mr. Automatic Charismatic.
All right. And you know, it's funny.
Who is, okay, describe Larry Shepard, describe Mr. Automatic Charismatic.
Well, he's
describe
the same.
The two.
He's the same. He's the same. So so it ain't no two. He's a duality. I'll talk about the same person. Very, very innovative. Great heart. Got your back. Will do anything for you. If he was a millionaire and you was his friend, you would have everything. That's the type of person he is. Give you a heart. He give the shirt off his back, and he would walk home in the rain without anybody, you know, walking around. So it's just crazy, you know what I mean? And I'm just so proud of him being my engineer, my chief engineer, and will go to battle for me. Sometimes I got to hold him back. What happened? You know, and I love that about him. You know, and you know, we're not the same. Automatic Charismatic and Brother O are not the same people, and that's what I love. I don't want him to be like, I don't want him to be a clone of me. I want him to be himself, and that's what he does. Chief engineer of Determined and Motivated Online Now Network of TalkShoe.com. There you go. I mean, what more can I say?
Okay. Yes, and don't forget about the extension of shows too. But let's go ahead and move on to the interview. Now, you have. I want to talk about the new shows you have before I start talking about your cast members, the people who work for you. All right. So the question I have is, what are the new shows that you have that you bring? Tell everybody. I want everybody to completely hear what you have going on.
Well, I got another commitment, but I'm definitely trying to stay on to tell you these things. Well, mainly, man, the main thing I want to talk about basically is the Honeybee Files. You know, the hip hop preservation. That's something that I'm really looking forward to doing, because now I get a chance to play the tracks, talk about the tracks, not inept them, you know, come on and be on them for a long period of time. I want to be able to play the music, show people what I know, have them have a good vibe. If people call in, that's the only time we have a pause in the music. I just want to, you know, I want to take it to another level to where showing you what a DJ does, and I don't need a panel. You know what I'm saying? Only person I need is like the radio has, the engineer, and that's AC. And that's the only person you're supposed to hear on that program unless you call in. So the hip hop the hip hop preservation is very important to me, man. And I'm not playing any trap music and none of that crap. It's going to be really good old fashioned hip hop all the way to 2012, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the legacy that I'm about to parlay. You know, and like I said, you know, I'm out in the street doing this interview, man, for you. So, you know, what more can I say? But I definitely, if you don't mind, you have one more question for me before I have to go.
Okay, all right. Well, we will go ahead and cut it short. And we're gonna have to have a part 2. Okay.
All right.
I want you to go ahead and tell everybody how they can reach you.
All right, that's easy. And that goes right, you know, I can be reached at Oladele, and that's Oladele .Ngozi, that's Ngozi, at both my.com and gmail.com. That's the best way to reach me. Anything else will be for the network, but you can reach me personally there. Support Damon Network, powered by Viper Engineering. Starting tomorrow night with Information Guru by Antonio Back. That's what we're doing, man. That's what we're doing. And the Mississippi is Queen South Louisville Poetry Hour tomorrow night. And we go right back to work. Damon Double Mondays. We go right back to work. So I want to thank you, AC, for this wonderful interview tonight.
Yes. And if you want to go ahead and hear this interview, it will be on YouTube. If you have anything to write down, that's 712-770-5077. Participation code is 597196. I want to go ahead and, before I give out my last thoughts, I want to thank you.
Well, I thank you. I wish I had to do. I got to go on, so I have promised another network that I will call in. But
yeah,
I want to thank you. I want to thank you for all you do for me on a constant basis. I mean, I could never repay you, Brother AC, for your loyalty and support. So thank you very much. And I'm gonna get on out. Thank you.
And let me say this. I want to say thank you to the CEO of Damon. I know that you have to leave, and I want to be respectful of that. And what I want to say is that for you listening viewers, like I said, the playback number is 712-770-5077. The participation code 597196. We might have someone who is a host on Damon next time. We're going to do a part 2, and this show will be on YouTube. And I am the CEO of Viper Network, and Viper is Vehicle Intellectual Poetry Entertainment Radio. Damon is determined online, determined and online, determined and motivated online now. Damon is determined and motivated online now. Okay, all right, yeah, okay. But anyway, I'd like to thank him, and you all can check this show out. I'll be on next Sunday, and I'll be interviewing. We'll be doing a part 2. And I want to say thank you. Go ahead and subscribe, and we'll just keep you up to date of the Dynasty family. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.